Yes, welcome back, dear students. I hope you are learning. So now, remember I was telling you when I was in the first lesson that I'm going to discuss something known as attributes. So in programming, the way I always teach people is when they get it wrong from the beginning, they will continue to get it wrong. So I always stress on getting it right from the beginning. So now let's talk about attributes. You see, any HTML tag always can have an attribute, and that attribute is the same thing. The meaning of attribute in English is the same thing. The way we understand it in English, the same thing is it is in HTML. For instance, Samuel can be his weight can be two, maybe 10 meters. His weight can be 10 kilogram. His height can be something in meters, while Sekina's weight can be 12 kg. So we have different attributes. So the question you should be asking yourself when you get to any programming this thing is what is the syntax? How do we do the how do we write the syntax? Now remember I was telling you that when you want to open your this thing, you right click, open with notepad. So now I have my this thing here. Please let me remove this. So now let me now talk about these attributes. A tag can have an attribute. Now where you want to write the attribute is the tag name, the attributes equals to, you open this quotation mark, then you put the value. So that means that all these are the opening tag. Let me give you an example. One of the tags that always have an attribute is anchor tag. Normally anchor tag is this. The content of the tag is this is a link. I close the anchor tag. This is default. This is anchor tag. Please. That's anchor tag. Is an anchor tag. Normally, if I should save this document and view my this thing, you can see this is a link. Do you observe that this thing has not been linked? Is not normally a link in any website. Let me go to our classroom. You can see I have a link. It turns to and. You can see this is a link, this is a link. But why is it that this our own link is not turning to and? It's because we've not supplied necessary attributes. And when you want to supply an attribute, you are supplying the attribute inside the opening tag. So one of the attributes of anchor tag, you are going to see all these things inside the materials I'm going to give you. But I don't want to depend on material. I want to teach you so that by the time you are reading the material is not something that will take you 4 hours, because when something becomes too much, people run away. So I've seen that from experience. So now the attribute of this anchor tag, remember where you want to write an attribute inside the opening tag. You don't write anything inside the closing tag. The closing tag will remain like this. So one of the attributes of anchor tag anchor tag is used for linking, is href. And don't forget that the attributes, the formula is the attribute equals to, then you open a quotation mark and close the quotation mark. So this thing, the value is going to be inside this place. Now what is the meaning of href? Href is where the something is linking to. If I should link it to maybe www.google.com. So if I should click on this is a link, it's going to take me to google.com. So this attribute is one of the topics that I'm going to lay more emphasis on, because if you don't get attributes, you will not move forward. So that's the reason I'm still appealing to you, all of you that are beyond this level. Please, let's have patience, and we are getting there. So now let me come back. Don't forget that this is the opening tag. All this is the opening tag. The opening tag consists of the tag name, which is the anchor, then the attributes equals to the value of the attributes inside this quotation mark. Now let me save and refresh this page. You can see that this thing has turned to a link. Can you all see? When I click this, it's supposed to direct me to google.com. but because I don't have I'm not on the internet here, or let me just what I will do is that let me create another page. Let me create a new page, or no, don't let me create any page. Let me just link it to any on the internet. Let me copy this link here, and then you can decide to paste any link inside that place and save. So refresh, open it. You can see it has moved to that place where I I linked. So if you open any website, take for instance Nairaland.com, you have a document, maybe take for instance national leaders meet Buhari, something like that. This is a link. You can decide to copy that link inside your href and paste it there, save. So you can, the content is, this is a link, you can change it to this way link to Nairaland. Sorry for the typo, I'm not here to memorize the typo. So let's click on it. It's taking us to that topic. So you can see how link is working. So that's anchor tag. So that's sometimes when you are working on any website, I don't know if you have seen it, you just see something like click me, save. So you can see click me is, so is it's going to take you to that link. So now this that's what's it called, an attribute. So you can supply as many attributes as you want inside a tag. So don't forget that this is a tag. So I have one of the attributes. Now let me write another attribute. Another attribute that you are going to see inside the material about this thing is, how do you, if you do you want it to open in on the page. You can see that when I was opening this one, when I click this place, it's opening on this page. But if you want to specify that it should open in another tab, you are going to do that by supplying an attribute. So that attribute is known as targets equals to, you know, you can see that these attributes, this is also attribute. The name of the attribute equals to the value inside this quotation mark. Name of the attribute equals to the value inside this quotation mark. So when you want it to open in another tab, you are going to provide the this thing of new, or you use blank, anyone. So let me have a link here, maybe a link from Nairaland. I post it inside my href tag. Inside the href tag, then I said new, save. If I should refresh this, if I click this, do you know what will happen? It's going to open here. Let's look at, can you see? So without leaving this page. So that's the essence of attributes. So let me, because of this, let me reduce this because of you. If I don't want to link anything, I just hashtag it. So that's attribute. Now let me now, because of use the opportunity to discuss certain tags that are having attributes. Don't forget, I always say this is the opening tag, the content of the tag is click me, and this is the closing tag. Now let me talk about an attribute or a tag that is also having attributes. The name of a tag is known as mark you. You know, normally this is a tag, and we have the closing tag. You know this already, I know, I trust you. So now when I want to supply an attribute, the attribute is going to be inside the opening tag. This is the content of the tag. I have many students learning HTML. So you see, programming is very sweet. By as you move, you'll be liking it, so far as you are not jumping the process. So now this mark you, one of the attributes that you always supply is behavior. The spelling of behavior equals to, don't forget the formula, equals to quotation mark, you put it scroll. One attribute, I've supplied one attribute. Another attribute is direction. equals to left. Are you getting it? So that means I have an attribute, another attribute for this marquee tag. So let me put another attribute, which is scroll amount equals to, maybe let me put it to 10. Now what is important here is I'm not after the content. I am after your ability to know attributes. All these things are the opening tag to this place. By the time you start to use normal text editor, you'll be liking it, but I always want us to start with this notepad because it's difficult. So just like someone who is carrying big loads, by the time you start to carry all these small loads, you'll be enjoying it. By the time you start to use Notepad++, Sublime Text, and all those powerful editors, all these tags will be done by themselves. By the time you open a tag, it's going to close by itself, but just be doing this. So now let me save this. What I want you to learn is the attributes is this behavior. This is the value of the attributes. The attributes direction, this is the value of the attributes. The attribute scroll amount, this is the value of the attribute. Now let us see the effects of that marquee tag. So you can see this is the effect of marquee tag. If you have seen something like this scrolling, so you can see I have many students learning HTML. You can see scrolling. So the scroll amount, by the time I increase it to 20, you see the speed. You can see that the speed has increased. So if you put this left attribute direction to right, so it's going to take the information to the right. So that's attribute for you. So now my dear students, let's move on. As I've said earlier, when you want to do anything, just make sure you practice it, and then after watching the video, watch it for like 2 times, then start practicing it. When it gets to a stage, you will be writing all these things without even looking at the codes. So by the time we give you the materials, the very simple material, you go through it, and then you do all the assignments that I am given. Now, I said earlier that tags are always in pairs, and I said that 90% of them are in pairs. Not all of them are always in pairs. So I'm going to discuss some tags now that are singular by themselves. Singular alone, they are alone. One of them is HR tag. Let me put HR tag between, I have paragraph tag here. So after this paragraph tag, I can decide to put the HR here. HR tag means horizontal line. So by the time you refresh, you can see this line is because of this HR tag, and I can decide to put it down here. So when I put another HR tag, it's going to give me 2 lines. Are you getting it? So that's HR tag. Then another tag I would like to discuss is break tag. Break tag is when you write any content and you want it to, just like when you are pressing enter in Microsoft Word. Take for instance, here is Abraman. This Abraman, I want it to come down. So after this place, I'm going to put break tag, BR tag. You are going to see this inside the simple material I'll be giving you. So when I save it, break tag is used to, you can see Abraman comes down. From that position I put the break. So let me put another break, so that if you want it, just like you are pressing enter 2 times, so you can see, refresh, you can see all this. So that's break tag for you. Then let me discuss about a very, very important element of HTML, or a very important tag in HTML, which is image tag. Image tag is portrayed with img. So this is image tag. And if you ask me, by the time I refresh this place, you are not seeing anything image. So now one of the attributes of image tag that will make it to supply where the image is coming from. So I'm going to end today's lesson with this image tag. Yes, I'm going to end it with this image tag because I don't want to. I'm considering those people with the least of understanding of HTML. Image, we have the source equals to. You can see that the source is the attribute equals to the value of the attribute. So the source of your file, of your image, you are going to supply it here. So most of the time, where your file is, make sure your image is also there. Take for instance, my file is on the desktop, so I must look for an image. Look at this image, Fade. This is an image. It is a picture of one of my students who is now in the intermediate level. She's also a programmer now. So it's Fade. You can see, you know that images has they have extension. So I'm going to use fade.jpg. So if your image is JPEG, check it. If you want to check your image, just right click on it to know the extension. Right click on it and click it. You see that you are going to see .jpg. Look at it's a JPEG file. So I have fade.jpg. The name of the image, which is fade.jpg. Save, then go and refresh your page. You can see the image is here. And because the image is too big, you can decide to use another attribute to resize it. Now let me go and do that. So now where am I going to write the next attribute? Here, because this is an attribute, I repeat, equals to the value of the attribute. Then you write another attribute, which is width, equals to, maybe let me put it 200. Then another attribute, height, equals to 200. So let me save it and refresh my page so you can see. So now observe that after this click me, and now I have Fade, and I don't want it to be like that. I want to let the image to come down. So that means our break tag will now come to play. So after this anchor tag, you can have a break tag here. You can decide to put it here. So that means the break tag are 2 now. 1, 2. So by the time you refresh, it's going to take it down. So you can see that all these things are not something difficult. They are something friendly, and I hope you will get them. So is more or less like something you need to practice. By the time you practice it, you are getting there. So now after this, I'm stopping this lesson here. So by the time we get to the next one that we'll be discussing is all about, we'll be discussing tables, we'll be discussing other elements, other tags. So after that, I will give you the material. The assignment is coming today, so just watch out for the assignment on your in the classroom. You are going to see it. Try and do it, screenshot it, and let me see what you have done. Because if you are not doing, please, you are not learning, and possibly it's not all about your money. We are using your money to get the data, so it's not difficult for me to remove you from the classroom if you are not submitting your assignment. So thank you very much for listening, and God bless you.